Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What's going on, folks?
Yo.
Back live one more time, man, to see us a lot of y'all tuned in out there, man. What's going on? We have the brothers that have made it back to the building. Man. Well, we already know Judah Woke's been here, man, but we got T Mizzle back in the building.
I'm back,
man. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Mark? You all right?
Man.
Judah in the building.
Man, you already know it.
We got the Hidden Hand podcast cracking off, man. The brothers from, damn it, I'm about to, Truth Talk Nation. I'm about to say, the shit is on the tip of my tongue. Why the hell? Right. Yeah, Truth Talk Nation is in the building, man. We got Hidden Hand podcast. Hidden Hand podcast. We're about to crack this shit off, man. We, man, this dude always come through with some deep shit, man. Judah, what we talking about today, Judah?
You gotta recognize this.
Man, I'm gonna let T open it up, man. What you want to? What you want
about the election, man? The you know, the hidden ballots.
The hidden ballots.
The ballot frauds, man.
Oh, it's real. It's real, people.
It's real. You know, it's real. And I you know what I'm saying? We're gonna play a couple of videos, but before we do that, I got first hands on that because I worked the polls this year.
You worked the polls.
You know what I'm saying? I was a ballot inspector. So I was the person.
So what exactly was your
first year?
Your job?
My first year, you know what I'm saying?
As a ballot inspector.
My duty was to make sure that all the ballots was counted. I was the last person, like you say, the last man in charge. So when you come to and cast your votes, I was the person that you tear the ticket off with like a voucher. You tear the ticket off before you cast your votes into the machine.
Right.
So tear the ticket off yourself. I ain't got to touch it because if I touch it, it's a fraud. It's a ballot fraud. You got poll inspectors, people that down there that's watching, people that's casting the votes to make sure ain't no fraud going on, ain't no, you know what I'm saying, no miscounts, everything like that. Okay. So you tear your own ticket off and you cast your own votes by putting it into the machine. That's it. After that, I give you a ticket that says that I voted. You voted.
Right.
Cast your vote, I give you a ticket. You voted. Bam. You on your way.
So did you see any like fraudulent things or anything going down that it could have?
When I was down there, I ain't gonna lie, Judah. Like I say, it's Truth Talk Nation. We on here, we speaking the truth. We trying to wake up the people in the city of Detroit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, I witness fraud in the ballots because when you put the vote into the machine will spit out certain people's votes. That means that you didn't fill out the ballot correctly.
Right.
So if you got a poll watcher, meaning that somebody's like, they like the police that's watching everybody that's casting their vote. That's their job.
Right.
To look for anything that's suspicious. So if you go down there, Judah, and you cast your vote, and your vote is, you put it in the machine and it's spitting it back out, what you gonna think?
It's fraudulent. I mean, it wasn't done right.
It ain't done right. That's your first initial.
Fraudulent.
Right. Your first initial thing is
it ain't done right.
But if you a poll watcher, meaning that you watching everything that goes on in there, you might be undercover. But as a poll watcher, you gotta have your badge on that state that you was a poll watcher.
Right.
Because you can challenge anything that goes on for that precinct, which it might be the 13th precinct. You know, the precinct, whatever city that you in, the county that you in, you got certain precincts.
Right. In Detroit, right?
In Detroit, 13th precinct, 5th. You know what I'm saying? Whatever precinct that you in. So if you got certain poll watchers that watching every vote that go in, your job is to watch everything. If you got a phone on the table, anything that looks suspicious, you got the right to challenge that precinct for fraudulent votes. You see anything that's going on, especially where anybody look like they're tampering with anything with far as the machine, you got a right as a poll watcher to say, I want to challenge that precinct as far as votes. So that's what's going on right now, Jude. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
so right now, what they saying, they have the Dominion machines, they have the Seidel, I think it's a company, to where Wayne County is one of the biggest counties that in Pennsylvania, certain parts of Georgia, but I think Wayne County is one of the biggest that's involved in the fraudulent voting scheme that Trump is saying. This is what your boy Trump and the Republicans are saying.
So you want to play that video that we was talking about?
Hold on, let him finish one more time. Hold on.
Say Trump is Republican.
Right.
So Wayne County is mostly what?
Democrat.
So of course he's gonna challenge the votes.
Okay.
And like I say, Democrats they gonna do whatever they. Yeah.
But before the video play, right? The machines that was used, they saying they had the voting machines down there. They had it's different types now.
Exactly.
Now let's say all voting machines in different counties and different cities and states, they're all not the same. Each state requires a different machine, whatever they want to use.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's like 4 or 5 different voting machines, right? So we was using Dominion, the Dominion voter machines. So the Dominion voter machines, which the video we about to play, a year ago, this video was on NBC News, which they said these particular machines was at a hacker convention in Las Vegas, and we suspect that these machines can be involved in fraud because they easily can get hacked. You can manipulate these machines. You can break into them. You can do everything.
So let's play.
Let's play it.
DEF CON is an annual hacker conference, and in my world, conferences tend to be these sort of big sponsored events with elaborate advertisements everywhere. But DEF CON is very unique in that everybody who attends, including press, pays $300 cash to attend. There are no sponsors. It is a fiercely independent spirit on display there. And it had set off, when we arrived, a sort of paranoia in Las Vegas. You know, the word hacker has these dark connotations, and so people were going to elaborate lengths to try to protect themselves from hackers. Everything from cab drivers to the wait staff at a restaurant we ate at were saying that they were turning their phones off when they got in the vicinity of these people. When we got there, we were in fact made to feel pretty welcome, and it turns out that the people in attendance are not the loners, you know, working on behalf of the Russian government, at least none that we saw. People tend to, the tradition there is people coming in who are either employed by big companies helping them to imagine the worst case scenarios that hackers might perpetrate on them, or just independent spirits who do that kind of thing for intellectual curiosity or other motivations. We were there specifically to attend something called the Voting Village, which is something that's gone on for 3 years, and in this, its third year, they had assembled some of the most common voting machines in the country, both systems that are on the front end that you and I use to actually register our vote, and the back end, tabulators and so forth, that you would feed a paper ballot into or that oversee a system. What was so interesting was I assumed coming into it that the big manufacturers, companies like ES&S and Dominion, had provided these machines to the hackers to, you know, field test them. But no, it turns out there's an extremely hostile relationship there, and that ES&S and Dominion and other companies have basically said we don't want to participate, and really have been quite aggressive in saying we don't want to be part of this. So the organizers were reduced to finding these machines on eBay, which right there is pretty terrifying, because it turns out that anybody can buy some of the most common machines in use on eBay. What was really alarming was when you see these hackers, and these are people who've never seen these machines before, have had no practice on them for the most part, come in and engage them, they immediately get into the guts of them. Beyond that, we were seeing Dominion's image cast system. It's a line of tabulators that paper ballots are fed into. That had its guts all over the room. It was not clear to us whether this was the most recent version of the image cast hardware, but it's important to note that Georgia just spent over is about to spend over $100 million on a contract with Dominion to provide image cast hardware to the state in time for the for the next primaries and for the 2020 election. And yet here these kids were who had opened it up. They said, look, you can pop the front off of it, and here's a port you can get into right here. That's easy. You know, all kinds of stuff that you could certainly do within 6 minutes behind a curtain, much less if you had extra time, because any of these were connected to the web, as we discovered a couple of days before. So many of them are. So at the end of the event, Voting Village issues a report, and so we'll be expecting one from them. And they're very transparent about it. I mean, the spirit of this event was transparency, trying to get these vulnerabilities out into the world so that I guess the idea is that the companies will be forced to correct them in some way. The front of each machine was a little post-it that showed off what had been found out by the various hackers. So at one point, you know, the admin password was just sitting there on there, because it turns out that the same admin password, it applies to multiple machines across the room, and those machines were created in the 2000s, which means that they were in fact created so you can't change that admin password. They're just locked for all time in that way. There does not seem to be any political momentum on some of the bills that are under consideration right now around trying to keep these machines off the internet, or trying to establish some sort of certifiable ballot, paper ballot system, or any of the other things that have been proposed. And so the combination of seeing the incredible vulnerabilities that we saw on display in real time at this event, and the lack of institutional action around the security of the vote, all of that made for an extremely alarming weekend. DEF CON is an annual hacker conference, and in my world, conferences tend to be these sort of big sponsored events with elaborate advertisements everywhere. But DEF CON is very unique in that everybody who attends, including press, pays $300 cash to attend. There are no sponsors.
Yeah, what's up, Joe, with that?
You see that, right?
The machines ain't no joke.
So
man.
this is Truth Talk. So we got to bring you, right, Mezzle, the videos first. This is NBC.
I seen that shit, man.
So NBC a year prior said that these machines, Dominion, which is owned by the Venezuelan brothers, that was involved in worldly elections, that was kicked out of other countries, but the U.S., which is the 7 or 9 swing states, happen to use these machines. People, I'm just calling a spade a spade.
Some machines is fucked up.
I don't want to win a race to where I have to cheat. That means I'm not a winner.
So, long story short, Donald Trump may have a plausible reason to
He
want
been
to
had a
hold-
plausible reason back way before the election. I think during the debate a month prior.
So what's
he
gonna
said-
happen, Dude? What? They
So
gotta
here's my thing.
redo that
Here's my
whole
thing.
thing. or what? What's going on?
Could the same thing possibly happen to get Donald Trump in office?
in Florida, yeah, the same
Could
thing.
have.
Yeah.
It could have. I don't know.
That's
It
what I'm
could
saying.
have
What's gonna happen?
because look, Hillary Clinton said that the 2016 election was stolen
That
from her.
same shit that happened.
But what year are we in, man, Metzl?
2020, baby.
So what the year mean? We gotta have a vision.
Year of the upset.
We gotta see.
Year of the unpredictable.
We gotta see.
Anything can happen in 2020.
But we gotta see the clear vision. We gotta see the clear vision and what's really going on.
What's gonna happen out here, y'all? Y'all gotta recognize, man. Everything ain't what it used to be.
It ain't.
The clear picture ain't the clear picture. We living in a year of 2020 where anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you never know, man. Now we going through presidential
Look, it
race.
says Paris Wilton said he know because he dry snitching. Yeah, he probably is snitching now. People do get mad and get to snitching on each other when the odds is against them, but they've been doing it, right?
Man, that's politics, man. That's been going on.
But he want the people to see for what it is, right? This is 2020. We got to see the clear vision in this, the 2020 vision. This whole year has been an awakening, and truthfulness has been shown to us. How the police is corrupt, right? Can't people fight back right now? At first, they started off with the COVID getting their ass whooped. I woke up one day, they started running over cops. This table's turned. I woke up, they was whooping black people ass in New York on one side, but handing out masks on the other in Manhattan.
Shooting fireworks at them at the other side.
The tables turned. And this is the year of the vision. And so we have to see how the elections then. None of this shit mattered.
2020 vision.
Then. All this shit was fraud. We using Venezuelan machines for a U.S. election, and fucking and let me tell you, some of the votes was getting snatched out the air, and it was changed. And the people over in Spain and Germany was counting electric votes. How do we let foreigners count electric votes? How do we let that happen, Ms. Mark? How do we let that happen? How do you trust your vote to be counted by U.S. people?
See, that's why a lot of people don't believe their vote counts.
Right.
Talk to the mic, Mister. You way too far away from the mic.
That's why they don't believe a lot of people aren't now. They don't believe their vote counts at all.
Right.
Because all this scamming and scheming going on.
Thank you.
You never know. Like I say, half the votes ain't even been counted yet. You got ballots that ain't even been counted. You got ballots that been dead people sending in votes.
Late votes.
How's that happen? You got dead people filling absentees votes for dead people. How's that happening? So, like I said, the election been scheming and robbing people for years. So that's why a lot of people don't even vote right now, because they feel they vote.
It don't count.
It don't count.
So now we learning that the Dominion machine.
Where's my vote at? It's overseas somewhere, like you said.
Overseas in Spain.
In Spain.
By a company named Sido.
My vote overseas.
Look this up.
It ain't been counted yet. It's overseas.
This is not false. This is facts.
But the president been elected already. Come on, now.
And then they got the
missing votes.
They got the new video game out right now, which is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Which is based on conspiracies. Which the president ain't really the president. Is a hidden hand behind that, controlling and pulling the strings. This is the new game, people. The Call of Duty. Cold War.
And everybody on the Call of Duty, so that you just do your research on that.
I'm playing the video game. I'm like, damn, this is some type of shit we talk about. This is the files. Got Reagan in it. You know, Reagan was involved in the snowfall with Freeway Ricky Ross, into Oliver North, the whole nine. They was selling guns down in Nicaragua so they can beat Iran, because the Congress wouldn't pass they fucking bills to get to create their own war. So they created a paramilitary and secret wars.
Yeah.
This is what's waged upon us right now with this voting shit. You have secret wars waged upon. You got 9 states or 7 states that only got the Dominion machines. That's owned by the Venezuelan, that was through out of other countries. And it was even involved in an election with the new Venezuelan president to get him elected. That's in over there. That maxi pass is costing $28 a pound. A case of water, $32.
So that's why a lot of people don't vote. They say their vote don't count. It don't matter if I vote or not. You know what I'm saying? You got that mentality because you got to do your research. It's a lot of shit going on that people don't know about. That's why we do these shows to keep people woke. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up out here, y'all.
Right, politics. Politics. That's
up.
What they is, a bunch of tricks.
Wake up out here, y'all.
Your elected officials is a bunch of tricks. That's a good word. Politics. Because they're going to trick for you. All you got to do is give them a donation, Mizzle.
Once they get in office, they get the neighborhood. What they going to do?
Your boy was just breaking it down, Jackson, and saying when they gave him the list when he was running for what, mayor or city council?
Yep.
To where he was pulling up to houses that supposedly had 4 voters, but it was a lot. And the house wasn't there.
Well, that was actually, I think I was telling you about that. That was actually my homeboy, Charles Bell.
Okay.
That was running for district rep. And, they give you the list of registered voters in your district so you can go and put, campaign to them, basically. And, you pulling up to some of these houses, and they are abandoned houses, but they're registered with 4 Republican voters there. Right?
Yeah.
It's an abandoned house, but or a lot. Where the address is no longer in existence, but on paper.
But this is where this take place? What county?
Wayne County.
Wayne County, of course.
So what is Trump right now saying that was cheating in Michigan? What county? Wayne. Now you just said it that your boy. This was years prior to this. We just played the video right now. They're using the same Dominion machines that little kids can break into from a damn Xbox. or they can break into
machines that our news media publication has published information on being fraud.
But notice one thing. Vegas have not called the election. Las Vegas have not called the election. You know why? Because it's major money on this. And it ain't over.
Like sports bookie. It's like sports.
It ain't over, right?
They got money on this shit. Big time money on election.
Big time money.
It's money on that
So
shit.
we got the second video, which we got a congressman that's sitting there saying this ain't just this ain't no allegations. This is real factual truth that we have evidence. You know what I'm saying? We have real evidence onto where these people over here was using dead people ballots. They was over here having numerous of people signed up to lots in Detroit.
Dead ballots?
Yeah, dead people voting. That's been going on for a minute, but now in 2020 you can catch it. So let's play that video, Mark.
See what we got there, man.
What we got?
Which one was we playing? You said
the second one with the white guy, the congressman.
Dead ballots. White guy.
Okay, there we go. We're
With 10,000 dead people confirmed in Michigan to have voted, that is outrageous. And we're not talking about allegations. We're talking about it's been confirmed that many, more than 10,000 dead people.
And, you know, we are following all of those allegations. But I want to talk about another race. Republicans need to win Georgia.
It's sworn. This is sworn evidence. You don't have to believe it, but it is sworn evidence and not just simply allegations.
Wow. Welcome back, everybody. That was our friend, Texas Congressman Louis Gohmert, being interrupted on Fox early this morning. We want to welcome in the congressman who sits on the Judiciary Committee. Congressman, it's great to see you as always, and we promise we're not going to cut you off. I wanted to give you time to expand on the evidence that you know of that is sworn testimony, and also get your reaction on what you think about certain press outlets trying to censor that evidence.
Well, taking the last question first, the high-tech fascists that have a monopoly on what gets through have been censoring. We were hearing, and it was brought up earlier today in the news in that interview I was doing, that the information about the big marches this weekend in Washington on behalf of President Trump are being censored, and because they're saying that the election was stolen or is attempted to be stolen. And, Chris, do you remember how many times Hillary Clinton was censored by the high-tech fascists for saying that the 2016 election was stolen? She is still saying that without being censored. So this isn't just an even-handed censorship. This is Orwellian, and in fact, we will hear things from the high-tech folks and then later hear, you didn't hear that because that never even happened. It's just amazing what an Orwellian time we're living in. But as far as I've heard so many people in the lamestream, or what has become the alt-left media, they say that, this is unfounded allegations. All they have to do is take a look and listen. There are affidavits swearing to these kind of things between the RNC and the president's legal teams and other teams that are filing suits. They've got thousands of affidavits regarding improprieties in this election. This is not unfounded. And as I said earlier in what you played, you don't have to believe the evidence, but there is evidence, and it's sworn evidence, and it beats the heck out of what the unfounded high-tech censors are saying about what happened. There was fraud in this election of all different kinds. And, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about Seidel. They talk about Dominion. And, of course, there is an affidavit that Rudy Giuliani has from someone with Dominion that says, they brought in 100,000 votes in Michigan to try to counter the illegitimate lead that President Trump had there. This is fraud, but Scytl, SCYTL, that was a company that was servicing all this, and all the media that was reporting real-time results, supposedly. Those were apparently coming through Scytl. They have their main headquarters, used to be in Barcelona, Spain. Aren't we glad we use foreigners to handle things for us? But headquarters is in the home of Merkel, who told Trump the day after the election he needed to just give up. But Scytl, that's a place where all of this information was cycling through. Not supposed to, but it was. And actually, there was a German that, as I was told, there was a tweet in German from Germany that the U.S. Army had gone in and seized the Scytl server. They're going through bankruptcy right now. So there's all kinds of games being played, and I had suggested that the president might get information from Scytl, and the next day before, and I sent him specifics that he needed to get that would show a lot of fraud. And the next day before that information could be gotten, somebody ordered the U.S. Army, according to the tweet, to go in and seize the server. There are people involved inside the government that have been trying to take this president down, State Department, Intel community, and FBI. And also, by the way, Sidney Powell and I both sent messages to the president yesterday that Christopher Wray needs to go. He took instructions.
Amen to that.
To clean up.
Congressman, I don't mean to get
than 10,000.
Reset, yeah. Right,
Man.
that's deep right there, y'all.
That's why we do our homework around here.
So Trump. What if we end up with Trump for 4 more years?
I mean, shit. It would be better, shit. I think than shit. The rest of them,
What
they
can
the
we
same
do?
people. They the same people. Look,
can we
people.
do?
None of these people are different.
You know what? I'm not saying that in regards to one being
Right.
better than the other one. I'm
Okay.
saying in
Who's
regards
the worst
to
of the worst?
what I'm
Right,
saying
yeah.
is in regards to, like Mizzle just said, the president-elect supposedly has been declared already.
That's through the media.
But
though.
now we have to revert back.
See, hold on. Let's stop right here. Let's stop right here.
Yeah,
Declare. That's media declared.
Right.
We have to go
But see,
through
but-
December
but-
14th electoral college.
So, but again, right? You know, as the minds of the masses,
Right.
The mass is peaceful. Is
The
already
sheep. The
been-
sheep.
as the mind of the masses would see it,
Yes.
according to the media,
Yes.
our next president is going to be Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
But let me tell you one thing. And okay, if the people who out there who have children, do you get their story and just get the one side of the story? Say they in a fight. Do you just believe one side of the story, or do you get the both sides of the story as a parent?
Parent, you gonna listen to both sides, depending on the circumstances.
Because you can be into some shit, right?
Depends on what's going on.
Believing on any side.
I mean, you want to know it all.
You want to know it
know
all.
it all.
You gotta know
Not
the
just
circumstances.
one side.
Yeah.
And so the mass is taught on one side. They have their one mainstream media. That's why they call it mainstream media. Mainstream media is ran by
What they
who?
put out.
Look where the funding comes from. That's all you got to do is do the paper
The
trail.
media is ran by what they say. What
They
they put out. What
They
put out.
narrate what you think.
they put out.
What you want.
The media gonna tell you what they want you to believe in, the perception they want you to, the prediction that they want you to go by.
Right.
It's like with anything in sports. I'm gonna predict Florida State go win over goddamn
Have we ever had
the small school.
a president-elect declared, and then that decision have to be rolled back?
I think somewhere in history. Now that I haven't done my homework in,
I
but
think so.
I think it has happened, but it has happened not in modern time.
Yeah.
Not in modern time.
As modern time, when as people is more awoke,
Right.
more smart, and then they're researching. Like you say, now
Right.
you got motherfucker lawyers involved. You got people redoing the ballots. You know what I'm saying?
You got
Back in the day,
smartphones involved.
You just go with the vote.
Right.
Not people ain't going with the comment. Everybody gotta protest everything. People are smart now. They woke. They more woke than ever.
But look at the tools.
question everything.
Look at the tools.
Yeah.
Why not? Look at the tools you're offered.
Everything questioned.
The
now.
phones you have right now was geared to really bust you, but who is it busting?
Everybody got a camera.
But it's catching the cop. It's catching the cops in bad situations.
Everybody's immediately.
It's catching.
There.
Look, it's catching political, like Andrew Gillum.
Yeah.
Andrew Gillum, butt naked on the floor in Florida.
If you got a phone, you on reporter.
That was taken by a phone. Everything can be captured by a phone. So why, like I said, I always tell my parents. I say, look,
the camera.
Always, y'all taught me that you got to know both sides of the story, right? No story is told without a result because you have to learn both sides. So what's the result of the story? I got to believe one side. Because submit the evidence. You know what I'm saying? And listen, no story, and let's say a secret. If more than 3 motherfuckers that know, it ain't a secret no more.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
So to help you steal it, you need hundreds of people. And they all talking.
Oh yeah.
They pillow talking.
Oh yeah. People gonna run.
They snapping shots.
They gonna run their mouth.
They running their mouth. Oh yeah, fuck Trump. I threw that shit away. Fuck Biden. I threw that shit.
Yeah,
they talking. They really talking.
People gonna run.
So this is the most right now. We dealing with the most publicized election right now.
Damn.
Everybody can be a reporter, and TMZ is paying.
All that is a video.
TMZ is paying you, people. If you capture that right picture, my man. Skinny white dude, what's his name? I forget his name. TMZ. He paying you.
That's for some footage. Yeah, you're right.
So everybody Carmen Harlan out there in Bill Bonds.
Everybody is a news reporter.
Everybody's Carmen Harlan and Bill Bonds.
It ain't back in the day, like back in the day where
to the younger people, they might say, "Who the
everybody
fuck
got a
is
phone
Bill Bonds?"
And they phone, they recording everything. Even if you get knocked out, everybody want to record it.
Ooh. So 20 years later, I still got to deal with this knockout.
Whatever going on, everybody recording every action, every move.
I still got to deal with this knockout.
What's going on? You can get carjacked and killed. Your dead body laying on the freeway. They gonna record it before they call the police.
Right.
That's just how it is. That's the way we live right now. Your phone, you're a reporter in your own, man.
So now that we're going through all this, go ahead, Mark.
No, I'm about to say we got this situation with who was this guy who was
we got Klaus Schwab. Not Charles Schwab, not the insurance company. Because I know some people, Charles Schwab, I got that insurance. No, Klaus
got busted for having this event.
Oh no! That's Governor Newsom. Governor Newsom of California. That's the one. That's the one you're talking about, Mark.
Okay.
Governor Newsom of California, which giving everybody a lockdown, they say no more than 10 people in your house for the holiday of Thanksgiving. But Governor Newsom was up in the Napa Valley having dinner inside with no mask or nothing, but he ordering you to have a mask. You get me?
With 12 people, he got caught. There's the picture right
inside. There. But hold up, the kicker is he's coming out in the news, him and his boy, and said, "No, we was outside." But TMZ, NBC, and Fox, like I said, you can get paid for these shots.
That's all they want.
Tape the picture of them inside around a round table, having dinner. At a place called the French Laundry, one of the most expensive restaurants on the planet in Napa Valley. Come on now, I'm saying Napa Valley.
Damn,
they ain't just crushing grapes, but anyway,
they got Grey Poupon, don't they?
Right, I'm quite sure at that table. I don't need no mask. Pass me that shit. And so what the governor said, the governor, after the next day he came out after the picture emerged, he said, "No, we was outside, but we was social distancing."
Wrong answer, sir.
And and then he said, "I didn't know how many people was gonna be at this event. This was his boy's birthday party." Governor Newsom. And see, Where we gonna get to where these little punks are going around as governors and as senators was elected officials telling us what to do, but they're not abiding by it.
Same rules that they talking about.
They telling you, oh, the COVID, lock it down, but I'm up in the middle of the grapevines having dinner with my friends laughing. Because this shit really ain't real. I mean, I'm not saying that the COVID's not real. It is. I mean, come on now.
It's hard to say that.
I don't want to get fact checked. You got the fact checkers.
Yeah, right.
You got the fact checkers. So it is real.
But don't lock it down when you ain't locking your own shit down.
Right. But I'm the governor executing orders that I'm not abiding by. So that makes me I'm at the head of the totem pole. I don't need to sit there and lock it down. And all they gonna say too, well, everybody got checked too before they came in. How do you know this? So everybody at your house can't get checked before they come in Thanksgiving?
They don't want you to do that.
No masks.
And now they making it cool on satellite radio. Sway in the morning, which I listening to him, which he's promoting the testing. He's a paid official. Sway in the morning. He's a paid official. Sitting there telling people, yeah, we need to, even our people, if we go to Thanksgiving, we need to sit there and just get a test. And we all, get a test before you go over to people's house. This is where we at. We got fraudulent elections. We got elected officials trying to lock us down, but they don't abide by it. We got satellite people that's coming on the radio, on the mainstream radio, telling us that we need to do this.
Influencing everybody.
And making it cool and influencing. But they not abiding when you catch them.
Talk the talk, walk the walk.
Don't this sound like some of the things, ladies, that y'all might been watching right now, The Handmaid's Tale?
I ain't up on that yet.
Which the elected officials sit there, they didn't lock down a certain part of the country, and what I'm saying, these women gotta have the babies regardless. They gotta have it because some women can't even have babies. But the elected officials have to keep this shit going. So we need children. So what we gonna do, lock it down, and we're gonna get the fertile women. Children's a Man with Will Smith. Same shit.
Damn.
Let's break this all down.
Damn. Real shit, y'all.
Because we got pictures of what? Charles Claw?
Real shit right there,
Claw Schwab, which says the Great Reset, Mizzle, is a physical, digital, and biological identity. I want to merge people with transhumanism.
The world order. He trying to start
the Great Reset, people.
Reset everybody.
But you think we're crazy if we talk about? Look it up.
That's
Type up
the
Great Reset, people, and read it.
They want to
control everything. Great Reset picture, the videos, or what?
Yeah. Let's do that, Mike.
All right, let's hear. Let's hear it.
COVID-19 is one of the biggest crises of our time. It has impacted every single one of us, shaken our social systems, and disrupted every sector of our economies. The automation of work, combined with a global recession, led workers to lose their jobs at an accelerated pace compared to previous years. And this trend is expected to continue. The ongoing shift in the division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms might displace 85 million jobs worldwide in the next 5 years. While 97 million new roles, ones that are more adapted to this new task distribution, may emerge. By 2025, companies expect to displace roughly 6% of their total workforce. 1 in 2 workers will need reskilling, and those remaining in their current roles will need to update 40% of their skill set to adapt to the changing labor market. There is a way to collectively benefit from these challenging times. Decades of research have shown that the most valuable asset of any economy or company is its human capital. Around the globe, companies are already experiencing a shortage in relevant skills for future roles and are investing in reskilling and upskilling their workforce. By 2025, organizations say they will train over 70% of their employees to ensure they can smoothly transition into the jobs of tomorrow. These include DevOps engineers, artificial intelligence specialists, digital marketing managers, talent acquisition specialists, and customer success specialists. It will take on average between 2 weeks and 5 months for workers to pick up new skills, allowing them to move into these new roles. But data shows they won't need to have the perfect skill set to start transitioning. While 2/3 of employers expect to get a return on investment in employees' reskilling programs within just 1 year, governments will also need to step in to update and fund education and training systems and to ensure displaced workers have adequate safety nets. With purposeful leadership and collaboration, we can turn this global crisis into a unique opportunity to transition into a future of jobs that is inclusive, fair, and sustainable.
Man, that's crazy. New reset, y'all.
New reset.
Something about that video made me feel like it's like a series of those.
It's a lot of them.
It's a
It's a
series
new
of
beginning
those.
They have your life planned out.
already before you even know it.
They want to put you in certain fields. You know what I'm saying? And the rest, they're not saying that. You know, like they make it seem like everything gonna be good. Like everybody just gonna be, you know, retrained and.
Oh no.
Where the poor at, man?
It ain't gonna be like that, man. If you ain't up on what's going on right now as far as technology, what's going on in the world, you're gonna be lost. The new reset means that you already gotta be tuned in to the old reset before you get reset. Like in anything, before you reset the video game, guess what? You already got storage. You already got your memory card. You already got everything right there for you. So if you starting over for fresh, now you're gonna be programmed for something that you won't even need.
No, you don't even know.
You don't even know what you're getting into. They're gonna program you straight for. You can't debate anything. If you get if you resetting from start,
right? Everything
is already set for you. You can't debate nothing. So you already going with whatever they got set for you already. It's fucked up now.
And that's Klaus Schwab. Look it up, people. The Great Reset. You can read it over. You know, on what they want to do. The Great Reset leads up into not only they can ride around in they jumble just like Governor Newsom, like Governor Whitmer, who say, you know, everybody locked down, they can't swim, they can't go into the lakes, but you know her husband can.
She got her own lake.
You got the Chicago mayor, which was celebrating 2 weeks ago in the streets with the Democrats and you know whoever. But now she put her city on lock. And they asked her, how you gonna put your city on lock when you was just in the streets when people had no masks and y'all wasn't social distancing?
I mean, they got the power to say what they want to say, so they trying to influence everybody.
That's the power.
Yeah, they got the power. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? What are our neighbors gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's who you gonna believe in. Just like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta believe into the officials, our leaders. Who we got to listen to right now? You gonna listen to them, or we gonna listen to our?
You got the kids right now. I think we got the picture of more kids is killed with the COVID and stress than shit.
Than COVID. From the lockdown.
From the lockdown of the COVID, the kids is dealing with stress. They ain't in school.
U.S. official site studies find that lockdowns and school closures are killing more children than COVID.
So the lockdowns, what these superiors is doing, they know what they doing. They done already did these studies.
The minds of the kids.
They done already ran them through the supercomputers. They done already ran the equations through these supercomputers. They know how many gonna die. This is mathematics. Like they say, God is seen through mathematics. The numbers don't lie.
You're right, Jude.
The numbers don't lie, my man. The numbers don't lie. And so if I can run it through, they got them supercomputers. They got CERN, which, go back to some of the old videos that we've been posting. We've been talking about CERN. They had fucking, the one actor launched the CERN. You know what I'm saying? He on the tip of my tongue, but, look it up. Actor launches the CERN. I forget his name.
Damn.
And he has a twin. You already know who you're talking about, but anyway. He was stuck on that island. I forget his name. He was stuck on that island.
I can't think of what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to
he was stuck on here, that island movie. But anyway.
Yeah. Check it out. Yeah, do your research.
But you know who I'm talking about. But this is what we dealing with. We dealing with the elite. Is the ones with all the rules to where I can ride around with my jumbo jets. I can ride around in my old foreign cars, but you got to go electric.
All control.
Your refrigerator got to go electric.
That's what you say is the new wave. That's what's going on.
It's the new reset.
Just like with the TVs change over. Everybody need a converter box now.
Yep. You know that can't do the Obama administration.
It's a reset, yeah. Your TV
During the Obama administration.
Unless you got a converter box.
Right.
Or you got to buy a flat screen. You don't need no antenna. It's all a new, like I say, a reset. 5G.
So what do you look like on a job industry right now, on a reset right now? On the job industry right now.
I mean, a lot of jobs is being discontinued because you got the kiosk machines. You got all kinds of online. You got Amazon taking over. Toys R Us going out of business. A lot of shoe stores going out. I mean, if you ain't in the food business, your job is really exempt. I mean, because it's changing over now. You can do anything off your phone now,
right,
or online. You can even order food online, but if you
DoorDash, whatever,
DoorDash, anything, everything is based on off your phone technology, online and delivery. So if you ain't in that field right now, I mean, it's hard to make it out here now. As far as small business,
right?
Then the pandemic is coming on. I mean, if you ain't a big name company, you really ain't making no money out here now. You know what I'm saying? So you basically out here you're struggling. You know what I'm saying?
So the Great Reset consists of skilled workers. So what about the unskilled? That's really right now. You have, I think, over 50% of Detroit is illiterate right now. That's not already caught up in reading. So what do you do with them?
Even with skilled workers, I mean, your job is limited already.
Right.
We in the field already, Judy. We work in the food business, so our hours is being cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We essential workers.
The truckers is about to go on strike next week.
Exactly.
On the 24th.
Yeah,
so what do that mean,
we
Mark?
On the front line.
The truckers.
Oh, yeah, we're on the front line.
We got the truckers strike right now. Nobody's really publicizing that.
That's what I'm saying.
And if the truckers stop right now on the east, even if they just stop the East Coast, that would be fucking
devastating. Yeah, that's devastating, man.
Because they can stop all the supplies.
Yeah, from the economy. That's
all the PPE that we need, and
watch the movie with Hoffa, the one with the mob. Hoffa didn't even want to fuck with the mob no more because he said, "I got the people, I got the workers." I'm like, God, as long as I keep them working, I keep them more jobs, and your wages increase, I'm the man. I don't need the mafia. And they killed them. Wind up missing. You know what I'm saying? And so we got this trucker strike that's about to happen on the 24th or between the 24th and the 28th. How devastating could that be to the country?
That's big right there, man. Because, truckers bring all the big, you know what I'm saying?
They're the heart of the country.
Yeah, they bring everything in, So you stop the truckers, they going on strike. I mean, that's going to slow down everything.
It's them, the railroads, then the planes. Or maybe it's switched. Maybe it's the planes, then the railroads. But it used to be the truckers.
Truckers all over. They,
They bring it in.
They ride. Yeah.
Sasco. You got GFS.
And we right here.
That's just the food.
Yeah, we right here. Crawford.
Right.
Canada. That's our supply.
Right there,
going back and forth. Yeah,
we gonna drive.
So what if the truckers just block off the border then with the trucks?
We gonna drive. We're gonna dry the fuck up real quick.
We right here. This our border. Canada. That's our supply.
We gonna dry the hell up real quick.
And let's say Michigan, y'all don't know.
Yeah, we got it good.
You watching all them long lines and food lines that's happening in other countries.
Yeah, we got it good.
It's not happening to us yet because we wanted the distribution of the main sources
supply.
of food.
Yeah, we got the main supply.
Eastern
right
Market, go to Eastern Market. Wolverine meat.
Michigan to Canada, we got the main supply, man. Detroit to Canada,
man.
The border.
That's why we haven't really seen
countless
like total empty shelves like other cities like Kansas, Ohio.
We got plugs on everything that quick.
Tennessee, right, they in the middle of the state.
They got to go through some whole lot
Missouri.
of states. Yeah.
States like that.
They got
Nevada. How they gonna suffer while you still eating? Because you got the, you got the factories and all the distributions up here. You will be the last to starve.
We got everything.
People in Michigan.
We got
One of the
last.
last.
Everything. Okay.
Because we one of the head distribution of
we got everything
meat
here.
And product. Through, like you said, Canada, we got the border.
Yeah, we got the trees. You know what I'm saying? We got the weed.
Marijuana, the whole nine.
Marijuana, everything legal here, man. You come here, you good. Michigan.
So it's just
we got everything in this motherfucker. They made it comfortable for everybody. And we got the border to Canada.
Right.
Yeah, so shit, you
that's
come
why,
here.
That's why the jobs is flowing.
Good. Open carry. You got the gun laws.
Open carry.
Weed. You got everything. I wouldn't want to live nowhere else, man. Shit, you got everything in Michigan, man. All you gotta do is have your shit. You good.
Be legit, yeah.
Be legit.
Yeah. Legit on anything.
You get your food, guns, weed.
Guns, you can get your weed license. Yeah.
Right.
You go get a food truck.
T. Mizzle the Great.
Barbecue. You can do anything here, dude. Land opportunity, man. So shit, the reset gonna reset all that shit. Like
it's gonna reset all that shit.
You gotta get in where you fit in.
You gotta get in where you fit in. And you already got the movies right now to where they already came out to where the poor is gonna be starving, and you're gonna have to have and have not. Don't they got the series right now? The have and have not. They're getting you prepared.
Right.
Yeah. What we gonna be discussing next week, man?
Who knows, man? I can't really say. We can't really shit change by the day.
Shit change by the day here, for real, boy.
I don't know what the fuck we might be talking about. Who knows? We can't promise you. We ain't gonna do like mainstream media. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
So I guess the main thing we want everybody to take from today is, I guess. Do a little research.
Do some research, people.
These machines that are being used in these polls that we cast our votes.
We're in the digital times right now, and so you gotta pay attention to what's going on because everything that's submitted in front of you could not be real. I mean, can't be real. Can't be real.
Digital babies.
Because you have to do your research when somebody telling you, say somebody coming around the corner and say, or one of your friends say this fight happened, but they giving you their story, and then your next door neighbor giving you another story, and the gas station clerk, the Arab, giving you the other story. So you got to factor everything and filter out what was really the real story.
Shit fucked up now, man.
You got 3 stories out there, and some have more than that.
You know to believe now, man.
And all of them have pieces of the truth, but not entirely.
But you know what you believe? You believe the footage. Because they gave us the footage. They gave you the iPhones. Do you know most people only use 20-30% of the capability of the phones? Nobody's sitting there using most of the apps that's on their phone right now that even come with it.
The phone is everything. You can do a lot with the phone, man.
Now the geeks, they use 50 to 60%. Now imagine if you use more than that. A for sale phone, that's a mini supercomputer.
Right, yeah. That's basically what it is. Final thoughts, man, before we get out of here.
You know it, man.
Let's hear what you think. Final thoughts, man.
Just state what was going on in the environment and surroundings. That's all I gotta say, man. Because a lot of shit is going on out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we supposed to have the auto shows coming up, but fortunately, the coronavirus ain't an auto show. So a lot of shit is going on the ground that a lot of people ain't even awoke about right now. Stay tuned in what's going on in your neighborhood, the environments. That's all I gotta say, man. T. Mizzle the Great. Right,
man. Well, my final thoughts is you gotta stay prepared. Never know what can really pop off. We living in the truth moment right now. In 2020, the vision is getting corrected. And like I said, you gotta do your research. Don't just believe one side. Get several sides of the story before you come out talking. That's all. Judo woke ace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio. Warning.